We're going.
Oh,
Hey, we're live.
that's good timing.
God, how are we all?
I'm good. Home on time and actually had tea already.
Proud of you. I'm gonna take a picture and like write this down as the only day this happens.
I sent a message to Andy and I was like, I would like it noted that I have left work and I have ice cream already. Like it's in my freezer. Like I bought it on my way home. And she was like, wow. I was like, thanks.
It won't happen again. It should happen more often, but we know what you like.
No, new work. Started today. So fingers crossed.
We've got some people in the comments, and we have an Andy.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Emma. Hello to a Chloe. Hello. How are we all this evening? What are the plans? The evening, Tori.
I need to finish this. And I have so little left, and I'm terrified because everybody says they end up crying, and I haven't cried yet, which means I'm getting close to where we cry.
I did not cry.
I think I need to just make you like the central person when you're getting close to the end, and we can all just turn our cameras off and just watch you sob and just laugh at you, which would be funny.
I think at that point I will be turning my camera off, and that will scupper your whole plan. But yeah, I've got like literally 2 hours, just under 2 hours of audio left.
Nice. Meg, are you gonna share your plans for the evening?
I need to eat something. At some point, I would like to wash my hair, and I need to pick a book to read. So, don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be one of these 5, and I'm going to pick it when I'm ready to pick a book because I have no idea what I want to read right now.
Well, at least you've got options in your hand. That's fine. Jem?
I should probably read Addie.
I mean,
have you at least started it?
Yeah. Today.
I mean, you're rereading it at least. I am reading it for the first time.
I don't know how far I am. I listened to a little bit of the audiobook when I was blow drying my hair. So I reckon I'm like a solid
12 pages in.
36 pages in.
Oh.
I'm going to make this book my bitch today. Ignore the fact that it starts on page like 7. So actually it starts on page like 5. So I'm like 31 whole pages in. I've got this. But unfortunately I also have this to read.
no.
Attack on Titan is coming.
Put it down.
So it does depend on how quickly my brain goes, okay, we've read like enough non-manga stuff. Now we engage manga. So we'll see how we go. I still have time, right?
About 48 hours.
So
No,
much time.
Jen, you don't have
It's
time.
only 6.5 hours, the audiobook, sped up. I can totally do that.
How is it 6.5? What have you got it at?
2.5.
Ah, okay. That's it.
Have you purchased a laptop yet?
No, I can't find it anywhere.
Oh.
Like, I genuinely can't find it anywhere. So,
Well,
come back to me. I'm going to keep looking.
Andy, what are you doing?
I am. Somebody's just come to pick up 2 of my 4 bookshelves, so that's what I was doing. So we still have to get tea organised, and I've paused Becca at a really, really unfortunate point. I sent her the photo, and she was like,
around.
"Oh no!"
Or send me a picture. Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
But yeah, I think I might start the Ghost Ship by Kate Moss, because that's the one I was going to start. But I've also started the Romeo Catchers. That was called Romeo Catchers. The Next McCaskey Girls, which is not one I was meant to start, but I had downtime at work, and that was available on Kindle, and nothing else I had on my TBR was available as an ebook. So,
Which one's that?
The Romeo Catchers, I think it's called.
Is that book 2?
Yeah.
Mm.
I really like that series, but they stopped making the audiobooks, and I loved the audiobooks. And so I just kind of stopped reading it, and now I need to like go back and reread them and read the ones that I haven't read yet.
I don't know if it's like mechanical or not, but the Kindle Unlimited versions have audio with them, but I've not
Yeah,
listened to it.
That's how I listen to them. I listen to them on Kindle Unlimited, and they are like some of the best audiobooks I've ever listened to. Like the male narrator, the emotion that he puts in is so good, and that's why I was so gutted when book 3 just like never came out with one.
Am I gonna have to?
What can I say except you're welcome? I'm helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Ninth House to continue with. Like, look at this cute little bookmark that my mum got me from holiday. It's like an elastic thing, and it just like slides around the book, because that's what bookmarks do. Anyway, I have to finish this. It was a buddy read I was supposed to read last week, but we all know what happened to me as a human being last week. It just didn't function. And then I need to read this for Thursday.
All right, Lisa, this is my buddy read of Joe Abercrombie that I have not read yet, and we read in what, July?
Yeah.
I got up to page 4.
Good effort.
Nice.
A full page in.
I mean, for
I
me,
appreciate this.
it was the letdown of the series, and I'm not continuing it. So.
And that's what I keep hearing. So I'm like, why am I picking it up then?
And I'm sorry, but people say that Joe Abercrombie is the king of grimdark. Bitch, where? I mean, there must have been grimdark before they realised what grimdark could actually be. Because, yeah, you've got Glockter, but that's about it. And I actually prefer Glockter as a person. He's one of my favourite people. Yeah, he just talks
Just to give people context, this is the torturer.
Yeah.
Like his day job is he tortures people.
Yeah. And
Someone's got to do it, haven't they?
false confessions out of people, threatens to kill them, and naturally kills people. It's fun. It's fun. And he's my favourite. So
same, honestly. And this is me. And I'm like the most boring person when it comes to like Wonder Bread fantasy characters. Like, give me the basic ass moral, just do gooder, and I will root for them. But like, yeah, Glockter was very much. I was like, yeah, this guy. This is the guy.
it's just like when you hear his backstory, like, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I'd be that too. I'll root for you as well. I shouldn't. I might need therapy, but we all know that I already need it anyway. So nothing new here, people. But yeah, and I need to read those two. I need to read many other things, but you know, what is a TBR? What is life? I don't know.
Something that we ignore.
And you'll definitely be ignoring tomorrow when you get the Secret Service of TNT.
Oh yeah, like we were talking about. Like, I'm not mad at Meg for introducing me to this author because I 5-starred both their books already, and she's got a third book out. And I thought, this is India Holton, by the way. I thought her third book wasn't out until like September. So I was like, oh, when it comes out and I get the audio, you can borrow the audio. And she's like, it's already out. So I get paid tomorrow. So the audio is getting purchased with actual money. Fuck waiting for a credit. I don't know what that's doing. I'm just gonna buy the book and then listen to it. Because why not? You're right there, Jim. Try to medicate and just drop it on the floor.
It's like, I don't know what happened. I put it in my mouth and it said, no, bitch. It just fell down. Like,
I was 100% giggling at Jem, not at Lisa. I want to point that out.
But Meg sent a message into the chat the other day. She was like, "Oh well, this is on was it like a 99p Kindle or something or other?" And she was like, "I was like, well, it's a Meg rack. I'm just gonna go get it anyway." Because she never failed me yet. No pressure or anything, but I was just like, "It's a Meg rack. I'm just gonna take it." So you should all
You're
read
live.
it.
Did you know? My phone just decided to tell me 10 minutes late that you're live.
if you've not read The Secret Society of Lady Scoundrels, or the what's it called?
The League of Gentlewomen.
The League of Gentlewomen Witches. By
Was it Meg that recommended A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon?
Yeah.
She's also the one who recommended You Deserve Each Other.
You deserve each other.
And Today, Tonight, and Tomorrow. I said it right.
You did.
Today, Tonight, and Tomorrow.
Also, the first person to read The Roommate.
I'm the first person to read The Roommate, yeah. So, I
To
mean...
be fair, Bobby recommended me The Roommate. So.
You
I recommended
it
doing
otherwise-
it like 2 times and no one
Yeah.
listened to me. And then Becca read it and suddenly everyone was reading it. And I was like, wow, okay, I see how it is.
Bobby had recommended me it, which meant she got the message 15 pages in of what the fuck.
Nice.
Otherwise, I didn't, to be fair, I
Oh,
didn't really
right.
know you at that point when I read it. So, but now I'll pretty much read whatever you recommend.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon is possibly one of my. I don't even know if it got a 5-star, but it's still one of my best books of the year.
It's so fun.
Also,
That time I got drunk and saved a
I'm gonna
demon.
do, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh my
hate,
god.
hate the new covers, but like, it's a good time.
Honestly, and then I went on to that time I got drunk and eaten a wolf pushing at a werewolf. It was fucking great. It's so much fun. So I highly recommend if Meg ever gives me a recommendation, it's going in the basket. It's just no questions asked. Like, is it how much is it? I don't care. Buy it.
What is
and then-
money?
Get my money, bitch. Hi everyone. My reading day this week is bad due to work taking up all my mental energy. I need to focus against my TBR. Hoping this will help. Just chill. You don't have to read, or you could just read something that's full of pictures called manga.
Read Heartstopper.
That's
Oh,
not an
no,
expensive
in fact,
hobby at
Lindsay,
all.
Was it you yesterday that were telling to read Red, White, and Royal Blue? Also a Meg Rick.
I love this.
Anna Chloe Rick.
And a Chloe.
Pointy point.
Chloe bought me the book and then recommended that I read the book as one of my prompts.
Meg has done that for me. Andy has done that for me. Jem has done that for
Who's
me.
done that for me
Here you
twice?
go. This is a book I love. Now you have to read it because it's on your own TBR.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just
how many
deserve each
people
other.
I bought You Deserve Each Other for. Like, it was an obscene amount of people.
Yeah.
Andy bought me
Oh,
Times
mad.
Convert, and I read it within a month of my birthday because she bought me it.
And then
I got
That's the
Back
note
to
that said,
Six
now
from
you have to
Jam.
read it.
if you
Literally,
like
that's what the note said.
if you like You Deserve Each Other and you haven't read Twice Shy, another Meg Rick, it's great.
That's the same
I
author, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was the
I-
other one? The Just Like Magic. That's the other
I
one.
haven't read that one yet. But I am excited about her new book. But I can't remember the name of.
I've seen it, but I
That's
can't
the
remember the name
Euro
of
trip one that you mentioned the other day.
it.
Euro trip,
Join
you
you
said?
from the bath with Middle Game.
Little Game. I love that book.
So confusing, but so much fucking fun.
I should read that sequel.
Me too.
I should read that. Let's
Right.
bloody read it.
I haven't read Middle Game. If I finish both before you guys, there really is an issue because I suck at reading and finishing series.
Sorry, that wouldn't even
It's
be
technically
new.
a
though.
companion. It's not a direct sequel.
Yeah. Doesn't
But I
count.
pre-ordered it and it was really expensive.
It was.
What one's that?
And it's
Seasonal
just
fears.
it's sat on my favorite shelf because I didn't want to split it up from Middle Game. But I've not read it. It's just it's also next to the Deborah Baker books because I've ordered all of those too. But I've read
I
those.
think it's a short hardback as well, which makes the money that you've spent on it even harder to swallow. Oh god. It's fine. I will read it at some point.
I am right in saying that's seasonal fears, right?
Yeah. But when I found out Chloe was doing it as a Patreon thing, I'm not part of her Patreon yet until I get paid tomorrow. But I was like, oh, I might reread that. Bitch, it's not like you don't have a big TBR anyway, and I was like, I'll probably just continue to reread Middle Game and then never read Seasonal Fear. So Middle Game is just such a vibe. It's it's kind of going to be, I don't know, I'm worried that the other one might not live up to it, even though it's not a direct sequel.
Same.
It's kind of like, it's going to be hard to capture those kind of vibes a second time round. I'm scared.
But I mean, if it's not a direct sequel, then it's probably not going to be the same. It'll be its own thing. And I think going into it expecting it to be like Middle Game is what is going to trip people up.
Yeah.
I just want the vibes to be at that level. It doesn't need to be the
All
same.
about the vibes.
It is the year of the vibe.
Yeah, the vibes.
Yeah, I just want the writing to be as good. I feel like sometimes, like, people
My
can
brain
change
went
writing
somewhere
style in
else with
between
that.
books, but
The year of the
I mean,
vibe.
it's not like Sean McGuire's a stranger to writing. Look at all the...
well, no, but like for example, V. Schwab, their books are like massively different in tone and style in between each book that they write. So
Yeah.
like Adi LaRue does not have the same writing style as A Darker Shade of Magic. They could be written by completely different authors.
Yeah.
So like I'm just kind of worried that like some of the magic will be lost. I'm sure it won't, but
I mean, because you've read the Wayward Children, haven't you?
I've read
haven't.
2 of them.
No.
I haven't read any of them.
Actually, I read
love
1 and
them
1
so
because
much.
Insert took it away from me.
I've now read, I want to say 4 of them,
4.
and they've just continued to get better. So
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good, but it's just the anticipation and not knowing.
Middle Game was so good.
Yes. So unexpectedly good as well for me. Because it wasn't the normal kind of fantasy I read. It's nothing like I've ever read. It's a really weird genre to place, but it's just so good.
sorry, just totally swerving right off topic. Meg, does your goose have a knife, or is it just a goose?
It's just a goose.
A loose goose about that house.
Where are you seeing knives?
Knife.
Have you never seen the goose thing with the knife?
Yeah, like the Goose Game.
No, but I meant on the jumper. Where
No, but I can't see it. That's what I'm asking.
No, it's just.
So I was just asking if it had, like, because I can't see it properly. I was asking if it had a knife in its little beak or not.
No, it would be cool if it did.
I'm reading City of Ashes and the Great Hunt.
Nice mixture.
I'm listening to the Shadow Cabinet. I still haven't read HMRC. I'm sorry.
That is my seasonal fears.
It has been out for a lot less time than Seasonal Phase, though.
Seasonal
No, but
Phase
it's
came
been on
out
my
last
TBR
year.
since it came out. Like, it's been in a book bestie since it came out.
I'm still upset that I didn't enjoy The Lives of Puppets. Oh no! I mean, I've loved every
I've
DJ
had very
so far.
mixed things about that one, so I am.
I haven't started.
I've loved every TJ Club I've picked up so far. So, and because they also write very differently, like, you know, the Wolf Song, and that is very different to the contemporary type books. It makes me nervous when people change the writing style. Very nervous. I finished Straight Expectations earlier and not chosen a new book yet. What are your options? Sorry if my vote sounds like there's a frog in it. I'm just getting over an illness that my nephew kindly gave to me. So you'll have to bear with.
He's kidding.
I'm reading Promises We Meant to Keep. Only got 80 pages left. Nice. I have an hour left of that day. Well, maybe it's just with me, you, and Tori on the line.
Oh, Jem, that sounds like a challenge.
Hey, if I don't finish it, I'll read the cliff notes. I've already read it. Okay, it's fine. I'll read a recap.
Yeah,
I'll
Ken
be
confirmed
there.
that a copy of the book travelled an ocean because Jem had already read and enjoyed it.
It did, and it looks so pretty on my shelf.
I had to double check. It is indeed Monday. We have Lisa Sprints. Long time no see. Yes, because shit kept getting in the way. But we're here now, and I'm partially alive, so it's fine. Hey everyone, I'll be reading tomorrow. That's the sci-fi one by Gabrielle Zevin. Yeah.
The really pretty holographic one.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you anything about the book other than everyone says the name wrong.
Oh, I say the name wrong a lot of the time. I get it mixed up with Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, which is nothing like it at all.
It's blue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's got the word tomorrow in it.
On hold that series. On hold what series?
Wolf
The
Song.
Wolf Song. Right, okay. I'm eating up Dark Dawn. Bloody love Mia. We all love Mia.
Do we?
I think we do. Well, if you love Nevernight, you love Mia. Hey, Kitty. Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, Katie. How are you? I regularly do that as well, Jem. I can't remember what this is about. Let's stop inflating Mexico. I have to live with her.
No, please
She's
keep the praise for me.
giving you the Rex as well. So, and you've given good Rex. I mean, I am now a hefty amount down in my bank because of Red, White, and Royal Blue. Thank you very much.
To be fair, Meg is also responsible for Chloe having to read A Little Life. So
No, I am not. I am not. Her sister gave her a copy of A Little Life, and she did not have to read it, and she did not have to take the theatre ticket. I am absolved of any responsibility when it comes to Chloe reading A Little Life.
Chloe has her own free will, and she freely made that decision.
You did. I actively did not recommend it.
That is so
That
true.
is
actually.
to be fair, you do
That is true.
actively like not recommend it.
I love it in the video. Like, I don't recommend this, but I gave it 5 stars.
Yeah,
But also she saw the play twice in 1 week. Like, we can maybe not take any for the first one, but the second one you both decided to go into that shit again.
Yeah. That's also not my fault. Like, Chloe, Abby didn't take the ticket. Chloe decided to. Like, I just happened to win the lottery for it. Like,
That's a hell of a lottery.
Whispering Dark was a Meg Rec. I bought the Whispering Dark and still haven't read it because I will read it. I will read it.
Also, I hope you're all prepared for when October hits for me to be like, so in November, is everyone reading the Scorpio races?
November 1st.
Yeah, because that will happen.
I've heard you mention that quite a few times. I do want to try and read it.
It's so good.
And I will get around to Emily Henry at some point as well, because I know that is a favourite Meg and his face. I mean, that is fair. They do have great Recs. Talia Hibbert's latest book comes out the 21st of August. She's got another book. What? Skybriar based on Montrose and his sisters from Active Age Brown is a like Jane Austen novel.
I need to reread these books.
Mm-hmm.
There was a read along on for Chloe Brown
And
for the Brown sisters, and I forgot.
How's Talia Hibbert going to write a Jane Austen novel? I feel like she's very spicy.
Austen can be spicy.
Have you read a spicy Jane Austen?
It's implied.
No, the impliedness is the fact that they're not allowed to touch then, oh my god, they graze after like 75,000 pages. Like, no, that's not Talia Hibbert.
Like, I love myself a Regency spicy romance, but like Jane Austen wasn't writing those because that was not appropriate for the time period.
I mean, I'm very intrigued at this now because the only Talia Hibbert I've read is the Brown Sister trilogy. I know she's written other things, just haven't got around to them yet. But I'm actually rereading the Brown Sister trilogy because I missed out on the read along, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna reread the series and vlog it. And the other 2 books are on my TBR for this month. And I loved Chloe the second time around more than I did the first time around. It's so good. And every time I think about missing out on those fucking hardcovers, I went online just to see how much they might be selling for. £140 for 3 books that are like the tiny, tiny hardbacks. No, I can't justify that. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I'm reading the things we do to our friends. Daniel is reading Life, the Universe, and Everything. Everything the third Douglas Adams of Hitchhikers. Wow, that was difficult for me to read. I tried to get Red, White and Royal Blue at lunchtime today, but it wasn't in stock in the shop I went into.
That's
At least you
Online.
tried. Andy's not even
Online.
paying attention.
Find the Talia Hibbert book that's coming out.
I would have been greatly offended if Red, White and Royal Blue wasn't classed as a Chloe Wreck. I mean, that is fair. The amount of time you mentioned it, I would also be offended if I was you. But it's very much a Chloe Wreck. I read Judy's
Oh,
Every
what are you
Dinner.
doing?
I can't
A
find
very-
anything that's Talia Hibbert's supposed to be releasing soon.
I very nearly wanted to make room to correct you before Lisa said it.
No, Red, White, and Royal Blue solidly is a Chloe Wreck.
I recommended it to a lot of people in my actual real life. But, like, I read it in like 2019, so I didn't know anyone on the internet. Like,
I read it in early 2020,
when did it come out?
2019.
I read it this year and I've reread it already this year. But I probably will reread it again at the end of the month because why not? I'm just going to reread a random book on my Kindle because I don't want any of my TBR and any others I can't see. I gave in The Little Lives of... Oh my god. Gives in the... Oh! 2 stars. I'm still sad. Too many to choose from. I can't decide if I want a physical Kindle or audio. Always go for audio if you don't know. I regularly geek message. Nice. Nope, the Abercrombie series, I have just heard bad things about the 3rd book. So I was like, nope. I mean, I read it pretty late. So I'd already heard like mixed reviews about it. But you can never really trust those because, as a prime example, me and Becca both put off the Once the Future Witches because people were giving it mixed reviews. We both loved it.
No, 'cause it's fantastic.
And we both give it 5
Agreed.
stars. And we were like, why the hell did we put this off for so long? No, Andy, you DNF'd it.
No, I would like
Mean.
die for Alexi Harrow. Like, love her.
Got a new book out, hasn't she? All coming out.
Yeah, it comes out in October,
Yeah.
and there may or may not be an arc in the house.
Hello's going to be reading Dangers of Smoking in Bed.
That has such a weird picture because one of the guys I used to work with has it.
Very strange. Can confirm Meg did not recommend A Little Life, technically. I love Dee Brown the best, related to her the most. I love the Brown sisters, but I read them at the beginning of my romance reading journey. I'd be scared to reread them now just in case I don't like them as much. I read Eve before I realised it was part of a trilogy or like thing. And then I went back and read Chloe and then read Danny.
It doesn't really matter though. Like,
That's
there's
so
not too much crossover. Like, oh, they end up together. Shocking for a romance. You know? Whether I loved Chloe because it's the like objectively it's not my favourite book out of the 3, but reading how it feels to have chronic illness and chronic pain so accurately made me cry.
I can imagine. I also read it in 2019, but I just haven't shut up about it.
And you never will, and that is okay because it's a fantastic book.
Like, I definitely like chatted about it a lot in 2019. I purchased the Book of the Month edition because it came out at the end of the year. So like I specifically sent it to a friend's house and was like, okay, so this book is mine, but you need to read it. And she did. She had that book for 2.5 years, just sat in a box in her room. She then read one last up and was like, oh, I should read Red, White and Royal Blue. I'm like, Delana, it's been on your floor for 2.5 years. Like, how have you not read it?
I mean, then the Vipers, everyone else hates, and I give it 5 stars. I mean, Kitty, that says a lot about you. Just saying. But I saw a girl that I recently started watching. I mentioned it before, Daniela. She has Den of Vipers on her TBR. Like, she's got it's like she said it's like dark romances, and I was like, just
Stop.
be careful with Den of Vipers. Like, maybe just run near them. It's a no from me, right?
Can someone make Rollo stop? Look at him.
It's just a little.
As Meg said, Chloe, like one day she's gonna turn around and the Book of the Month edition is gonna disappear from her shelf.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did I say before?
I read Claire Brown after I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia. It helped a lot. I mean, I did say in my wrap up that I don't have chronic pain, but from like an outsider perspective, it seemed to be written really well. And you don't pity her, but it does help you understand the way that it's written. It helps you understand things a bit better.
It's that stubbornness as well. Like, yeah, like she does things that she shouldn't, that cause her pain, that cause her to be like, to have consequences like after she does it. But that's just how we like. It's just how it is, because you can't just like, it's so hard to give up your independence and be like,
Will
say
you stop
can't
eating
do
my
something.
flowers if you get some biscuits? Please.
Tori is like the epitome of like an ADHD brain when rolls around in jet. She just in the middle of a conversation. Well,
Oh, talking to my mum's like talking to somebody with bloody Tourette's. Because she's got the two kids. I was like, she would just be chatting. I mean, stop that! She said, fuck off! What? She's like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, I gathered that.
My mum doesn't have the excuse of having like young children in the house. She'll just start having a conversation like with my dad or like with my brother while she's on the phone to me. And I'm like, hi, still here. Give me a second. I'm like, no, you either hang up and have a conversation with the person in front of you, or like just give me a heads up, like, oh, just give me 1 second, and then have your just seamless interweaving of the conversation, so like no one knows what's going on.
I just suck.
My parents got into a habit of putting you on speaker without you knowing. So I was talking to my mum the other day about this job and something going on, and my dad was just piped up out of nowhere. I was like, "Whoa!" So Dad listening. Like, he had to put his 2 cents in, and I was like, "All right, okay." He was like, "All right, now I love you." We would have a private conversation. He weren't saying anything that I didn't want him to hear. Just randomly.
It's like the have you seen this short that's like when your sister phoned you to talk about your trauma, but the trauma's in the car, so the first thing you say is, "Mom, I'm in the car with Mum."
I am in the car. Mom's here.
Yeah, I remember I was taking one of the guys I hired. And he's not British born, but I had like all of his right to work stuff. And work were being a bit iffy about it, but I had him in my car and I was taking him home on my way home. And I was like on speakerphone and I was like, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll phone you back when I get home. And I was like, yeah, I'm just taking him home. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not like, you can't say this. He is fully eligible and fully acceptable to work. I have all of the shit I need. Fuck up. Like, just shut up. And because he's studying law, and I was like, if you say something, there's going to be repercussions to this, so just shut the fuck up. It's like, honestly.
Totally inhibited fibro too. I heard that. Yeah.
Which is why it's such an accurate depiction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Miss Viper's
girly. I really need your thoughts when you've read this, Daniela, and to tell me how traumatized you are so I can laugh at you. Thank you.
I have a few friends who love it, and then everybody else hates it, and I really want to read it just to know how bad it is.
It's not a you book, Tori. You can't. You'll traumatize.
To be fair, do you know something? That statement probably makes me want to read it more. What you should have said is, but Tori, it's not on your TBR.
What I was going to say is it on your shelves?
Andy knows me. Says me that's ignoring my.
Do you want to make that book what 270? How many?
Too many. She says she's reading something anyway.
I got it off Kindle Unlimited, and I'm just glad that I did not pay £16 for a fucking paperback version of the absolute trash bag that was £10. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad if the writing was remotely good. She can't write for shit. It's one of the typical, like, just because you can write don't mean you should. Do you know what I mean? Like, just can.
I was told one scene from that book, and I was like, I'm okay.
And I know which scene that is because I've watched spoilers because I was too intrigued not to when everyone was
fair,
like
that scene is I wouldn't say hyped up. It's made to be a lot worse than what it actually is.
I'm gonna have to Google this shit now.
I'm just saying I'm not saying it's something
Is
that
this
I'm
Den
into.
of Vipers we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
I'm
get one
not
of the
saying it's
guys to
something
put
I'm
it in the
into.
private
I'm just
chat.
saying that scene is very much like, oh my god, it's that scene, and then it's like, well, it's quick in and out. That's wrong.
That was a choice of words that you just did.
You still can't beat me yesterday.
Going for the wild ride. I'm glad I paid 16. Did you go back and tab and annotate it as well? I'm like,
You go,
What's
Kitty.
picking
You
up?
enjoy what you enjoy, mate.
I am not kink shaming, Kitty. If it's your thing, scratch away. But
So what? What did you say?
Scratch away.
scratch away.
Okay.
Yeah. I have read
Look,
darker romance since.
I picked out the book that I'm going to read, except it's the only one that wasn't a book, and I just put Rebecca Ross because I couldn't decide if I wanted to reread Divine Rivals or if I wanted to start The Queen Rising. So which one should I do?
What are the options? Which books?
Rereading
I'm
Divine
really
Rivals.
jealous that you've already read Define Rivals, and I want that to read.
I love
So
it.
that one.
It's on Scribd as an audio. I don't know.
Reread Divine Rivals. If it's on Scribd as an audio, do it.
Yes, but so is the other book,
Flip a coin.
The Queen's Rising.
I'll flip a coin for you. Tell me what heads is.
Well,
Heads is
a queen.
The Queen's Rising.
So it could be the head.
It was tails.
So Divine Rivals. All right then.
Yes. I have the was it timer ready to present.
Are we this way or are we this way?
We're this way.
With jazz hands.
This
This
way.
way. And
Spin it, fingers.
We'll go for 45.
And
And I will see you all in 45 minutes.
bing.
Bye. How did we all do?
About 50 pages, and I can't stop yawning because I'm sleepy.
Finish the book, bitch.
I don't think I'll manage tonight because I literally was yawning. If anybody was watching my camera, like every 2 minutes, I was like, well, it did just get to a part. And oh my god.
Meg, how did you do?
I went to the shop and I bought some milk and some crumpets for tomorrow. And I got some chippy.
Yeah.
And I have not yet started my audiobook because it wasn't engaging enough to eat to without having anything else to do. So I watched part of Chloe Bunny's Can You Be Friends with Your Ex video because I was intrigued.
I watched that earlier. And I could not. If I want to actually listen to it, I'm gonna have to watch it again because I could not stop staring at Callum's teeth.
I just can't get over the fact that she calls herself Chloe Bunny. Jem?
I think I read like 45 pages
Of Addy or of the manga?
of Addy. And I did some knitting because that's the thing that I'm trying to teach myself.
Same.
Look at
Nice.
my little Barbie scarf that I'm making. My practice.
Yeah.
In a minute, I'm going to have to go and put my child to bed because he is dragging it out, as children are wont to do.
Yeah.
Where's the girl with the list?
Andy?
And I made a peppermint tea.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. How did you do, Andy?
I've been watching YouTube. And I went and got my book.
Good start.
Now in the room with me,
Nice.
but I'm too hungry. Kay's cooking, and before that Douglas was cooking, and I can smell the food and I'm hungry, so I'm too hungry to actually concentrate on reading.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Well, I now have an hour and 34 minutes left of Ninth House, and I didn't realise, and I knew that I'd been listening to him for a while, but I didn't. It taken a while to get into the story, and like, is this just a duology?
No.
Fuck. Because I've got like this much left. And I really need to get Hellbent. I might just buy Hellbent tomorrow, on audio because I know that this is going to be left on a cliffhanger. I just know it because it's like it's so much left, and we're only just shit's just going down now. 26 chapters into this mother. It's just rude, is what it is.
If you're going to buy more than one audiobook, can I suggest that you buy the 3 credits instead? Because the audiobooks can be like 25 quid a pop.
Oh no!
I think a lot of them are $7.99 at the moment.
$7.99.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm still going to get the 3 credits for £20 or whatever it is now, because I am going to get India Halton for sure. And then Hellbent, and then probably Witcher's Fate Guide to Dating that one.
Oh my god, it's so good.
The demon one.
You are going to be cackling.
That's my job.
There was so many. I was eyeball reading it, and so many bits caught me off guard.
Eyeball reading it.
That's my new favourite way of saying it. It's no longer physically reading it. I'm eyeball reading it.
No, but when I say reading with my eyes, people look at me like, what are you talking about?
It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah.
An ear, like if I listened with like
You read it
with
with
the
your
ears.
Because I wasn't even listening to it, and then realized what had been said, and my brain skipped back and was like, "Wait a minute!" Like I was physically looking at it, and I still went, "Wait a minute, what?"
If you like funny books, a recommendation I got from Meg recently, Secret Society of Lady Scandal, is just top tier fun.
It is.
Highly recommend, and I have the audiobook.
There's
I was going to say that
Guide to
Sorry,
Fate
go on.
Aging, isn't there?
Huh?
There's a second one to the Witcher's Guide to Fate Aging coming out, isn't there?
Yeah.
A companion.
Yeah. There is.
What did you say, Jen?
I was going to say, when Andy said I was reading it with my eyeballs and then something, I was still like taken aback by something. It reminded me of a certain moment in Attack on Titan, which you will get, where I was like, I read it and then I was like, hold on. And I was like flicking back and forth between the pages. And that's like a whole picture. And I was still like, I'm not sure that I'm reading this right. I feel like
Who does that? Who does one of the biggest fucking reveals you could do in a series as a background conversation? In like these, who does that?
Isayama does that, okay? And we don't judge him, even though he causes us much pain.
I was just like, I said to Jen, is it supposed to be a background conversation that we hear like a little snippet of? And I'm like, what?
No.
She's like,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
still not.
I don't know where we got to. I'm currently 150 pages into Cruel Illusions. It's 500 pages, and I feel like nothing's happened yet.
Oh.
If you're enjoying where you're at, then keep going. If you're kind of meh, I just DNF it.
150 pages is a lot to be into a book and still be like,
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah, which is why I'm worried. I really do want to try Wheel of Time, but the more that I read and watch Becca in the books talking about just how slow it is, I'm just like, there's 14 books of this, and I thought it was slow, but this guy seems to just write ridiculously slow fantasy, and I'm just very intrigued. But I'm just like, it's 14 books.
Wheel of Time is too much of a commitment for me. Like, I'm like 14 books. Nah.
I own 2 of them, and like, when will I ever read them?
Yeah, but it's just like none of the people that I've seen that are currently reading it are totally engrossed in it, like are totally loving it.
It's just so long.
Yeah, that's what she said. Hello, I'm finally here.
Wouldn't be a complaint though, would it?
Well, possibly.
Moving on.
Finally, oh my god, breathe words. I'm finally here, currently reading A War and Ruin. 190 pages into it already. Well, that man has tortured me and made me cry so much. I just thought it might be fun that his new novella had been sent to me as an arc. So in my brain, I'm like, I have all of his books on audio currently. I'm just going to do a reread of the full fucking shebang and just put myself through that pain before reading the novella. Will I regret my decision? Possibly. There was a period in the first book where I was like that, like shocked and like crying. I had to put it down and take a physical break from the book.
What is still left on your TBR for the month? Just out of interest.
Everything apart from the manga.
Chain of Iron, Defiant.
Chain of Iron can be next month, right? The live show.
Yeah, because it's only going to be
wait.
like the second week.
That definitely can wait.
Cassidy Blake this month.
Throne of Glass, Curse of the Fallen, and Forbidden Realm, because she sent me a beta read for the third book, so I need to read the first 2. And she sent me a special collector's edition to the first book because I won it, so I feel like I need to read that. And then also just stop, okay?
Yeah, definitely the right time to reread an entire series just so that you can read a novella.
Yeah. Oh, I don't mean right now. I'm just saying I'm going to be doing it. And I'm going to be vlogging the experience. And
I thought you meant like now, and I was like,
yeah.
No.
I'm like, if I've been sent a novella for an author that I was obsessed with, I would want to read it immediately. So if I wanted to reread something in order to read it, that would also be occurring immediately.
I mean, I really want to, but the last book that he brought out was 1,000 pages long, and I just
that was where my query about your TBR came from. I was like, are these not massive?
Yeah.
That's what
It
she
could
said.
kill a bitch. Yeah.
Also, what she said.
It's a weapon.
Also, what she said.
Wow.
I'm also
Win
happy
your
as
bingo.
I received a book from a tour that I'm on September 9th. My plan is to at least read 300 pages of War and Ruin today. I mean, that's 45 minutes for you, Hattie. So, hello, ladies. Johnny Late will be reading the next sprint, trying to finish The Chaos of Stars by Kirsten White. Nice. Read about 40 pages. Might switch to something else. Not feeling this book. DNF. DNF.
DNF.
DNF.
We've got to support the DNF.
And then sell it on Vinted because it's a special edition. So,
Oh, why?
finished my book and had some cereal. Nice. 43 pages read since I joined the sprint. Lovely. 8% of my ebook arc. Everyone's been productive today. I read 47 pages. I've got pasta on. I'm in 47 pages of the book to my daughter. She's on holiday with my parents this week. I wish I was on holiday right now, but only 2 weeks to wait. I'm just hearing crackling. Give me a second.
What did you have for dinner, Andy?
Got steak and broccoli.
Oh, fine. Ask my bestie where mine is.
She's got a headphone.
I want a steak.
We're okay. It's only slightly bit. 44 pages of middle game. Are you liking it? Is this your first 44 pages or just 44 pages further in?
At least I'm really quiet for everybody else, just me.
Huh?
Quieter than you were.
Me?
Yeah, have you moved your headphone?
I don't know where the volume's coming out of. Give
You
me
sound
a
better
sec.
now.
That's better.
But you were really quiet when you first came back.
Is it that?
Wow.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not coming out of my microphone for some reason. It was coming out of my headset, so let's just turn the mic off and move it that way. I read 37 pages. Hey, joined a little while ago. Hello. I have 40 minutes left of Addy. Nice, you will finish in the next sprint, my friend. Read 35 pages. Who?
5 hours and 38 minutes.
You'll finish the 12th of Never, my friend. I finally chose a book. Went with Murder on a School Night. Wow, okay. And got distracted by social media. Nice. Night's House is one of my all-time faves. I mean, it's a new type of book for me. Like I've never. I think the only Dark Academia I've read is Babel Dark Academia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only other Dark Academia I've ever read. So it's a very different shift to the normal fantasy type books I'm used to, but I'm enjoying it.
Because you've not yet read The Whispering Dark, but you will.
I will. The more people mention it, the more I'm like, it's Shufty on normal TBR, and I've unhauled a load of books, and every time I look at that, I'm like, I need to read that. I even got the special edition off Vinted for really, really cheap because it's a Meg Rec, and I know that I'm going to love it, but then it's just sat there staring at me on my shelf. I now have even more gaps on my shelves because I've got the Throne of Glass set that I got is going. My Scythe set is going to Tiller, a lovely home. They're getting posted on Wednesday. And I'm also getting rid of Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, Kingdom of the
Beard.
Beard. I haven't read book 3 yet. I was very interested at one point, and now I don't want to read them. It's really strange how quickly my tastes have just shifted. And I look at all these books that I was really, really excited about like 6 months to a year ago. And I look at them now, I'm like, I spent money on you. I spent not just a little bit of money on you. And I kind of want to hit myself in the head. So, yeah. It's weird. But I have gaps on my shelf now.
I will have gaps. So
Love
I
gaps.
ordered shelves. So I'm not getting rid of any more books, but books will be moving to a different room.
I mean, that's fair.
Since I made my library and had my TBR separated, since all the books that I've read, I now have gaps. Like I've managed to unstack a lot and actually have gaps.
I could never split it into read and unread because it would stress me out. Mine are just the only time my bookshelves have been organized in any kind of way was when Becca was here, and she was like, I gave her like there were literally piles of books on my floor, and I was like, I can't fit these on my shelves. Becca took everything off. 2 hours later, I had everything fitting nice on my shelves, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go buy some more books now.
I mean, Andy will attest to the fact that I had Pia, Andy, Bobby, Vicky, and me trying to make sure that all of my unread books fitted on them. And it was Pia that managed to like jiggle and like smoosh everything into work. But now I've only I've got some stacks, but it's more like big series. Like my Percy
Yeah,
Jacksons are wide, so like it makes sense. Like they take up less space that way.
yeah. The downside of the shelves that I've got, as I realised the other day when I got the second set of Throne of Glass because I ordered 2 sets by accident, is that my Sarah J. Maas can now not fit all on one shelf, and when I get my other J. Christoph books, they're probably just about gonna fit unless he brings any more books out, and then they're not gonna fit on one shelf, and it's
Which
gonna
he will.
really annoy me. It's gonna
That's like
really, really
Cassie.
bug me. My Cassie can't even fit on. Like, I haven't even got the rest of Mortal Instruments in hardback yet, or the Infernal Devices, and that shelf is full.
I need Fairy Loot to do the Infernal Devices.
I need the rest of the hardbacks of that other of the series to come out, Mortal Instruments, and I'm gonna buy the Infernal Devices in hardback once I've got space. But it's gonna really annoy me that I can't get them all on one shelf, and gonna have to split series over multiple shelves because
That's where the
otherwise it's gonna
top
be
of
like
your bookcases come in. Because
But that's
Cassie's
what
up
my
there for me because she takes over more than one. And
But
Rick
I've got
Riordan will be up next to her.
senses. I've got senses on top of my, and like paperweights on top of my shelves that
They
I
can
don't
go
have
on
anywhere.
the shelves.
But I don't have any. No, the senses are like a big Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas sensor, and then there's one that's like a big, that's like a unicorn saying that's like be a unicorn or something because I'm normal. Yeah, so they're all they're too big to just put at the front of my shelves. Plus, I don't want to burn things just in front of my books. The Ninth House was okay for me. Interesting concept. It is. I still don't think I know what the fuck's going on, but I'm enjoying it. Um, I do want to continue with Hellbent like as soon as this is finished, but I can't. I've got other stuff I need to read. I DNF the Ninth House. I really couldn't get into it. I can understand why people would DNF it if it's like it's not normal my kind of thing, but it's Lee Bardugo, so I was gonna give it a shot, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm finding recently that I maybe might just not be into fantasy and contemporary because I liked Sundial by Catriona Ward. And that's not a fantasy or a contemporary. So yeah, very strange. I'm liking other genres now and it don't
I'm just
feel
gonna
like
put
myself.
it to bed. I'll be back in a
Okay,
bit.
no worries.
It's so weird every time I hear people call her Catriona.
Because I don't know her name.
And
it
I
not
don't know if
Katrina?
my
Is it
best
Katrina?
friends, yeah, my best friend's a Katrina, and it's spelt that way. It's
Because I was
Gaelic.
told it wasn't
Yes.
pronounced like that either.
But I don't I think it can be both.
Sorry, just popping back in to say that she doesn't pronounce it either way, but I can't remember how she pronounces it because I found it in an interview where she said how she pronounced it, immediately forgot it, and lost the interview.
Fantastic.
So that's my input in the conversation. Be right back.
Is this
Amazing.
Catriona Ward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Catriona.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
the
just
Ward
know that
woman.
my best friend is the same, and she's Katrina. But every time like a teacher would come in to teach us, they would call her Catriona because that's how it's written.
Yeah, the
And I
Ward
think it
woman.
is I think
wanna-
that is a way that you can say it.
I want to read The Last House on Needless Street because I've read Sundial and loved it.
I love the cover for Sundial. It's so cool.
It is. I mean,
Aw.
I didn't understand why there was a big wolf dog thing on the front of it, but when you read it, you realize it. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
I thought Andy was a
Kids-
way to give me food through the screen.
I hear that I almost did, but finished it for my book club. I mean, again, I can see why people might not like it. But I'm really enjoying it. And speaking of, I need to go and recover what's left of my pasta. I
I
put it
need
on
to set
low.
up.
I put it on low, okay, and it wasn't supposed to burn because it was on low. So don't at me. Anyway, what's everyone doing the next sprint?
Potentially going to bed. If I can stay awake, I will be here. But if I disappear, you'll know why.
Okay.
But I am going to make the live show for Addy beforehand. So that
Meg,
I
are
remember.
you gonna read or are you gonna continue to?
I will finish my food and then probably jump in the shower and wash my hair. And hopefully there will still be time to read after that.
Nice. Andy, I can see that you're munching. So are you gonna munch and read or just munch? Munch and read? Yeah? Cool. And I'm gonna present my screen again. And I will see you all in 45 minutes. Meow. Hello, hello.
Hello.
How did we do, Jen?
I put my kid to bed. I read 60 pages. I made a peppermint tea and I did my Duolingo.
Ooh.
So you're not going to get kneecapped by the owl.
He's not coming from me.
You get
I made-
reminded, you're gonna lose your streak, you're gonna lose your streak. No, I'm not. I've got a few hours left yet, dude.
Chill out, Duo. Jesus.
Nice. And how did you do, Andy?
I did not do very well. I've only read like 5 pages. Probably less than that. And I finished my dinner first, and then finished the video I was watching, and then made myself a cup of tea, and then fell down a TikTok hole, and then
Nice.
picked my book up.
Well, I now have 50 minutes left of Ninth House, and shit is going down. So I decided to put my bleach stickers in my journal, and just pretend that this isn't going to leave me on a cliffhanger, and I can't move straight on to Hellbent, which is going to stress me out. But I'm enjoying it. It's great. It's fine. Meg, how did you do?
I showered.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I lay on my bed for 20 minutes doing nothing and was like, oh, the sprint will end soon. I need to like not be sat with a towel on my head, like maybe brushed my hair. But I have wool and I have headphones, so the next sprint I can listen to my book and crochet.
What are you crocheting?
I'm just teaching myself how to knit in the round. No, to crochet in the round.
Right. Okay.
And eventually, I will maybe crochet a thing, but we will see.
Maybe. I don't know when we got to the comments, but I really tried with Wheel of Time, but bored the shit out of me. Yeah, I've heard so many people say that it's like really boring, even with the audio. Defiant was
I think
amazing.
with the more
Well,
like epic high fantasy, that's when it gets like it drags.
I mean, I don't mind a bit of a slower book. Like I said, I really enjoy Hobbs writing and Hobbs books, but 14 books, I don't know. I guess a commitment. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Yeah, there are 16 in the realm of the elderlings. So
I know, but it's
Did you say
different. It's hard.
60, like 60?
no,
No.
one
Right, okay.
She's writing another one, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many.
Defiant was amazing. Yes. I don't know. No, why am I saying? Why am I agreeing with you? I don't know. I'm assuming it will be. I have the audiobook and the physical book. Just need to get to it. 66 pages remaining of my 300 target. Yes. Has Lisa burnt pasta again? No. It was just slightly stuck to the bottom of the pan. But it wasn't burnt.
It wasn't burnt, it was caramelized.
It was just a little bit sticky in parts.
That's what my granddad used to say about his food.
So those bits went in the bin. The pan is fine. My food was yummy. I'm 124 pages. Up to 100. What? Bleh. Up to page 124. Really enjoying it. Yes. Said goodnight to Jensen. The last house on Needless. Why am I speaking? Oh my god. The last house on Needless Street is my book club book for October.
I love
Well,
that.
it's also my birthday month, so maybe I should treat myself. I think that should be a thing. And Chloe kindly put a link
Thank you, Chloe.
where she pronounces her own name. I will watch that once I finish reading my book. Hello. Hello, lovelies. I finished Ade. What did you rate it? I watched a true crime podcast. Lots of people are watching true crime podcasts recently.
I only have like 2 true crime things that I watch.
I just like watching the funny podcasts where people write in saying, "Am I the asshole?" and yeah, just those kinds of things. That's
I
my.
like Shits and Gigs. Have you seen them?
Oh my god, those two.
Fucking love them. I'm
They're
asking if
just-
you miss me when I'm not around.
The basement yard's really funny as well.
Huh?
The basement yard's really funny as well.
Oh, I think I've seen a couple of those ones.
Kay had to like disconnect her headphones to show me something when I came through for making my tea, and it was so they were talking about flies having sex, because of course they were, and one of the guys who's like kind of the more serious one sometimes, and the other one's a bit more like us, had said, it's like, look at him, he's just giving her the biz, and the other guy went, the buzz. He was like,
You
I'm
can't
like,
not laugh at that.
that's exactly what I said in my head. So
You can't not laugh at that. I got a video.
I love watching podcasts, guys, and it's just a clip from a podcast, but you all know it. You all know it, and I love rewatching it all the time. Tupperware.
You're throwing peas at me. It's peas, babe. Peas. Say that again. I thought I caught that. I fucking love that. That Shits and Gigs one though is so funny because like they're friends and they do this podcast. Then he was talking about Fuhad was talking about how he'd spent some time with this guy called Toby, and James was like, first of all, he spent a lot of time with Toby lately, and I feel left out. And he's like, do you miss me when I'm not around? Like when it comes to like recording day, are you excited? And he hesitates, and he was like, fam, I'm asking if you miss me when I'm not around. I got really angry. And he's like, sometimes it depends on the content. It's like, I'm not asking you about the content, I'm asking if you miss me. I love them. They make me laugh so much.
I love stuff like that where you genuinely tell that they actually get on and like they're genuinely friends. And it's just banter. They're just recording themselves having banter forever long. I need to be careful what I post on fucking TikTok now because of me dad. Can't believe it's like that. I think you've seen the Kevin Hart one as well. But I blame my dad. My dad introduced me to Kevin Hart. So if I repeat skits that I've watched of Kevin Hart, it's purely because my dad introduced me to him, and I was like, "You're a bad influence." All right, okay.
My mom told me to tell you. Mind your
Mind
damn motherfucking business, bitch.
Yeah,
bitch.
Oh god. My dad laughs every time I do that. Oh, have you ever seen Matt Rife?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, my
Kay
dad
watches
loves him as well.
TFIL, so we see him a lot like that. Did you see the video of him being like yeeted off a cliff and like grabbing onto the guy that was next to him?
No.
That's one of the things they did in TFIL. TFIL is called the Fuck It List, and they do like it's like 1,000 things to do before you die. And they did a tour around New Zealand doing things. It's like once in a lifetime things. And Matt was with them for the first week or so, and he's petrified of heights. Petrified of heights. So of course they went on the world's highest swing.
Oh no.
And he gets like it's him and one of the other guys, and they're like tandem, like sat next to each other on this swing. And like it's a thing where they pull the tab, but there's like it's like a Russian roulette, so there's like 5 tabs. And they get Matt to pull the tab, but they don't tell him that every one of the tabs is fake. And the guy's like, once he pulls them all and does the whole every single time, the guy's like, oh weird, what's wrong with it? And pulls the right tab. And they go swinging down, but it's like a free fall until it catches the swing,
No,
and he just
No.
grabs the guy
Oh.
next to him.
no. Do you know what
Oh,
that made me
sorry.
think of though? When they we're holding that guy in one of those swings, and he's going, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something." And then they just let him go. He's like, "Ah!" That'd be me.
That'd be no. There's a no from me. Fam. No.
Would not.
Me and heights do not vibe. No. But yeah, I was talking about Matt Rife the other day, and obviously a couple of you already know that I share the lovely, fun videos that my dad sends me. And we were talking about Matt Rife, and me and my dad would sat just after we'd had tea, and we were laughing, like proper belly laughing at these clips of Matt Rife, and my mum was sat there like, I'm like, you don't find him funny? She's like, eh. Me and my dad were just like pissing ourselves laughing. Like, who would have thunk it the day it came that I had a sense of humour similar to my dad's rather than my mum's? So bad. I feel ashamed. Read a few pages of my Hero Academy Volume 4. Oh, don't remind me that I want to read that.
Academia. I'm helping.
Academia.
You
I
said
said
you said My Hero Academy. It's My Hero Academia.
My Hero
I'm
Academia. Whatever. Whatever.
I'm helping.
You're not. Fuck.
I'm...
I didn't read. I was looking online for card or board games. Oh no. To play or to like make it to a TBR game or like either way. Fun. But I read 79 pages. I have less than 50 pages left. Would love to finish this tonight. You've got this.
Yes.
Hello, long time, around 6 months, I think. Possibly. I've not
Yes.
been as consistent as I used to be with these lives.
Used to be.
Sometimes it just feels like a chore.
Looting.
Read 45 pages. Hello, I've been listening to the audiobook of Marrying Winterborn by Lisa.
Oh, I love Lisa Claypass. She does
That one.
historical.
Ah, right, okay.
I've read some good ones.
Are you guys doing more sprints? We will be doing one more sprint after this. Because this bitch right here needs a bed. Evening all. I'm not in a big reading mood tonight, so I've been reading graphic novels instead. I mean, I've read 13 manga in the last week, so rock on for that.
Missed.
Reading is reading.
Hated it, 1 star.
Oh.
The lies.
Not allowed on the live show anymore.
The latest Kendall Ray video.
This is who we're talking. This is who I was talking about. This is how I watch Kendall. I love Kendall Ray. Kendall Ray and what's the other one I watch? Georgia something. The two I watch.
You lady look like you need some sleep sprints. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But
I'm only a little bit manic. Shut up.
in the next sprint, I need to put new bedding on, and then I will read Finance Pass. No?
Fiance.
Yeah, that one.
Finance Pass. No.
I don't think I'd want to read the Finance Pass. But I do want to read the Fiance Pass. It's on my wish list to read.
The finance fast sounds like some kind of expose.
Into the world of accounting and finance.
That's what I'm trying to escape this week.
A way to send you to sleep. Just read the Finance Pass. To play. Right, okay. Want 2 more player games, but can't find good ones. Tried some that say 2+, but they don't work well for 2. Oh.
Why did I immediately think Snap?
Yeah, Daniela, that's it. Just get Snap. Games that you can play Snap with. cards even. I'm for Jem to slip him. What?
I was waiting on it ended up in a piercing, to be fair.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Jem to slip
What
for
a
that
lie,
picture
you
of her
kill
nose.
that.
Huh?
The dog is sitting there lying, bundled up in blankets that he put himself in, panting, when he's got a cool mat sitting there. Looking at me, tongue sticking out, eyes wide, like, go. We have provided the cool area. Go and lie in it.
He doesn't. No, you're supposed to pick him up and put him in that area because he's just a little boy.
He's a
Held
majestic prince.
He's just a baby.
He's just a baby.
I'm just
Yeah,
a baby.
You're just delirious. Oh, question, right? Jem has never heard that song, Delirious. Do you know?
Nope.
Do you know what song it is?
Not from
We go delirious. Have you heard of it? What the fuck?
Thank you.
Oh my god! How have you
The
not?
whole thing. And I have literally no idea what
On
this
the
song
podcast, because I was like, "We're going delirious," and she was like, "What? Where's that from?" So I had to play it to her, and then she's like, "Nah, still not heard it." And I was like, "It's like such a popular song."
with
It's
who?
like,
is.
Apparently not.
What decade?
this decade.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
well, there's your issue.
I don't listen to music from this decade.
I thought you were gonna do like. I thought you were gonna talk about one of the like house
40s.
music style 90s ones, like Insomnia or something like that.
No,
That I've definitely heard of.
maybe it's just me being really shit at singing the song, but I'm
You
sure.
played it to me. I still don't have a clue.
Yeah, like most music from this decade that I know has been produced by Miss Taylor Allison Swift and musical theatre people, and that's like the extent of it.
Yeah.
If it's a TikTok trend, I'm good.
It probably will have been on TikTok at one point as well.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok,
Right now,
so.
the American Horror Show is the only one that's stuck in my head.
Yeah, I think I am by myself on this. Oh, by myself.
I know that one.
Fuck you.
He's in a huff because Kay put a sock on him.
A sock.
A sock. He's
Um,
got a sore foot and he keeps licking it.
I thought you meant Kate just randomly put a sock on him, and I'm like, well, that pissed me off if I'm trying to just get comfy as well. Just like, here's a sock.
He's got a very expensive foot infection and he keeps licking it. He's on his second round of antibiotics. Staring right at me. Like,
Oh.
like a stare off.
Is that what? He's adorable. I want pets.
Me
If
too.
I could take photos of them being weird.
there he
I
goes.
can't tell if Andy's frozen or if Hamish
Yeah.
is just full on staring. Oh, she's not. Okay. Wow, he really was giving you the stare. Good lord.
He's just staring at me. It's like,
It's like he didn't move. He was like,
I told you, he's just staring at me.
Even when he was yawning, it was just like.
yeah,
like
I will not
Crap,
remove
Jenny's not
the
too warm.
stare, mother.
My older emo heart is still listening to music from my teen years.
Yeah.
Hamish, no biting your paws. Very true. But we are gonna go for the last Bratita Tutu Tata, and I'm gonna present for the last time. If I can.
Am I pointing the right way?
And we will see you all in 45
It's been long.
minutes. The sweat drops down my balls.
Where'd she go?
And I was like, did I imagine? I don't know.
Lisa,
Sarah.
you there? You're kind of running this thing. Where's Doug?
Oh, hello.
Oh god. I was finishing my pages. How did we get on, Meg?
I started my audiobook and I figured out how to do a magic circle. And I have an
Oh.
actual circular
Oh.
crochet thing going on.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah. Which,
I
if you
think,
see
yeah.
the last attempt of making a circle crochet thing, like the hole in the center was like this big, you could like fit a coin through it, and now it doesn't exist. It's like progress.
Jane, how did you do?
I think I did like 50 something pages. I'm up to part 3. So I've read
Nice.
192 pages today, minus the ones you
Nice.
don't actually read. But let's not talk about that.
Andy?
I'm not entirely sure where I started, but I'm now on page 66.
Should have been 69. Mr. Trick. Well, I finished Ninth House, and it didn't finish the way that I was expecting it to be finished. And I've got absolutely no idea where book 2 is going to go, but I need it immediately. But I have a TBR. However, I have been able to acquire access to the audio, which may mean that after after I dropped everything on the floor, I was going to try and start this tonight, but this isn't happening. So I've got tomorrow. Do I have tomorrow? No, because Bruno's coming around tomorrow. I might get him to read a
Don't
bit.
talk about Bruno.
Um,
It was that way,
but this has to be ready for Thursday. But it is only 250 pages. I got this. I really just want to read Hellbent now. Struggles.
The struggle is real.
The good thing about me not having to wait for the next ones to come out is that I can just binge read these books. I don't know how the hell people wait for books.
What we do is we wait for them, and then they come out, and we put them on our shelves, and we go, great, and I'm not going to read you for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because
I
we had to.
mean, I've got to wait
There's
for
like
the last.
there's no in between. It's either read it the day it comes out or
Yeah.
don't read it ever.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
very that. Crescent City 3.
You missed.
I am gonna book some time off to read that. I think.
I
It's
booked
gonna
time off
be-
to read Chain of Thorns, and it was a great decision. I did not regret my choice to do that.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah,
Long
gonna pre-order the audiobook. Gonna sit down on the day that I get it and just be like, shh. I need to know what the crack is. And no doubt she'll leave us on a cliffhanger again.
How long is the series going to be?
I think it's only 4 books, which is strange because there's 5 houses. It really threw me off because I was like, oh, there's 5 houses. They'll do 5 books. That makes sense. No. Apparently there's only 4 books. Which is just weird. But it is what it is. I finished my book. I'm going to head off to bed. You're probably already gone. Good night. Hello, lovelies. Shame I'm just getting on as you're finishing. I know we never see you anymore. It's because you moved back to Australia where you shouldn't have done. Ridiculous. I got to 3% of my audiobook, thanks for Sprints. Willkommen. I finished my video and then got ready for bed. Nice. She falled asleep. No, I didn't. I was finishing my book. But I didn't have my headphones on, so I didn't hear the cat meow.
Meow.
I started cooking the mojo mojito lime chicken for dinner, and then I read about 30 pages. But so far, I'm not getting into the story. What book is this, Alicia? I feel like the end of ninth house quite clearly pointed you in the direction of
Yeah.
where book 2 is going. Yeah, but I don't know whether I trust it. I don't know. Do I trust it?
I feel like there was almost like a thesis statement. So it was just like a, okay,
True.
here is the plan of action. And then the title of the second book is called Hellbent. So like,
I don't know. I don't trust authors anymore. We shall see. But that is that on that for this evening. Thank you very much to the lovely ladies for joining me. Tori was here, and we didn't acknowledge the fact that she left, but she did say she was gonna if she weren't here when we came back, that she would be gone. She did leave. Um, Bless her. And we are now gonna be leaving, and I'm gonna be. I say I'm gonna head to bed. The likelihood is I'm probably gonna go put on another audiobook, despite me telling you I have to read this. I'm probably going to put an audiobook of Defiant on. Not gonna lie. Anyway, you're welcome, Danielle, my dear. And we'll see you all. Well, did I just hear music then?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I thought I was going crazy. Right. I'm gonna go now. And we'll see you all when we see you at some
When we
point in the
see you.
future. Bye.